Good day, everyone, and welcome to Assessment in Learning 1. This course is not simply about quizzes, tests, and grades. It is about how we measure learning in ways that are fair, meaningful, and instructional. Today, I will walk you through our course syllabus and learning plan not as a document, but as a learning journey we will take together this semester. Before we go deeper into the course syllabus, learning plan, or grading system, I would like us to pause for a moment and reflect. All of us here have been learners for many years. We have taken quizzes, exams, performance tasks, and final tests. We have received grades, some encouraging, some disappointing. But behind every score is a more important question that teachers must always ask. As future professional teachers, it is not enough to ask, "Did my students pass?" We must ask a deeper, more meaningful question, one that guides all instructional decisions. Every course in this college is anchored on the vision, mission, and core values of F.L. Vargas College and the College of Teacher Education. Notice values such as fairness, honesty, precision, perseverance, and responsibility. These values are not just taught, they are assessed. In this course, you will learn how assessment can either uplift learners or discourage them, depending on how it is designed and used. This course is Professor Ed 10, Assessment in Learning 1, a 3-unit professional education course conducted face-to-face. It serves as your foundation course in understanding how assessment supports teaching and learning before moving to more advanced forms of assessment. Assessment in Learning 1 focuses on the principles, development, and use of conventional assessment tools. You will learn the difference between assessment of learning, summative; assessment for learning, formative; and assessment as learning, learner involvement. Most importantly, you will experience the standard steps in test construction, analysis, and interpretation just like real teachers do. At the end of this course, you are expected not just to know about assessment but to do assessment competently. These outcomes prepare you to become a data-informed, reflective, and ethical teacher. In short, this course helps transform you from a test taker into a test maker and decision maker. Think of our learning plan as a roadmap. Each unit builds on the previous one, and each assessment task prepares you for real classroom practice. We begin with the foundations of assessment, understanding key terms, principles, and trends. This unit answers the question: why does assessment matter in teaching and learning decisions? You will engage in discussions, reflections, and quizzes designed to surface your current understanding. Assessment starts with clear learning targets. In this unit, you will learn how to unpack learning competencies, write smarter objectives, and align outcomes, activities, and assessments. A poorly written objective leads to a poorly designed assessment. This unit helps prevent that. This is the core and most technical part of the course. You will design assessment tools, pilot test them, analyze results, and revise based on evidence. Your major output here will be a teacher-made test supported by data, not assumptions. Assessment is meaningless if results are not interpreted correctly. You will learn how to analyze data using tables and graphs, and how to use results to improve instruction. The final unit focuses on feedback because assessment without feedback does not lead to growth. You will practice giving feedback that is timely, accurate, and constructive, and learn how to communicate results to stakeholders. The references collectively provide a comprehensive foundation for understanding assessment in education, blending Philippine-authored textbooks, Cahigal, Gabayo, Navarro and Santos, with international works, Popham, Stiggins, Krathwohl, to balance local context and global perspectives. They highlight the shift from traditional testing toward authentic, performance-based, and student-involved assessment, reinforced by DEP Ed policies that ensure alignment with the K-12 curriculum. Theoretical contributions such as Bloom's revised taxonomy and studies on formative versus summative assessment ground practice in solid conceptual frameworks, while practical guides and online resources, ARC, CBU, Studico, K-12 academics, offer accessible tools for teachers. Taken together, the list underscores assessment as both a policy-driven requirement and a learner-centered process aimed at validity, fairness, and empowerment. This slide outlines the supplementary materials, course requirements, and performance standards that shape how students are assessed in the subject. Supplementary materials and activities. Technology tools, computer/laptop, TV monitor, internet connection. Digital resources, videos from YouTube. Experiential learning, outside the classroom activities and service learning. This shows that assessment in the course is not confined to paper and pencil tests. It integrates multimedia, experiential, and community-based learning, aligning with authentic assessment principles. Course requirements, weight distribution. Class standing, attendance and participation, 30%. Summative quizzes and performance tasks, 30%. Quarterly examinations, prelims, midterm, semifinal, final, 40%. Total, 100%. The balance emphasizes both formative engagement, participation, quizzes, tasks, and summative evaluation, major exams. It ensures that students are assessed on process and product, not just final outcomes. Performance standards, grade computation. Grades are computed progressively across terms, using formulas that combine average quiz, AQ, class standing, CS, term tests, PT, MT, SFT, FT. Breakdown. Prelim grade, PG, equals, AQ plus CS plus prelim test, divided by 3. Midterm grade, MG, equals, 2 times tentative midterm grade plus PG, divided by 3. Semifinal grade, SFG, equals, 2 times tentative semifinal grade plus MG, divided by 3. Final grade, FG, equals, 2 times tentative final grade plus SFG, divided by 3. Each stage builds on the previous one, meaning early performance influences later grades. This cumulative system encourages consistent effort rather than last-minute cramming. Important note. Transmutation rule, raw scores are converted to equivalent grades. Passing threshold, at least 50% raw score is required to achieve a passing grade of 75%. This ensures fairness, even if raw scores are low, students are given a standardized grade scale that recognizes minimum competency. Substantial takeaway. This slide deck operationalizes the assessment philosophy of Professor Ed 12. It integrates technology, authentic tasks, and service learning. It balances formative and summative assessment. It uses a progressive, cumulative grading system that rewards consistency. It applies deep transmutation policy, ensuring equity in grading. In essence, the document shows how assessment in Learning 2 is not just about testing knowledge but about measuring participation, performance, and authentic engagement across the semester.